Candace's Candid Talk. I'm excited. Y'all, the boy look good too. Had me a little nervous over here. But I have with me Tyte. Let me describe him as a philosopher, the coach of Florida, Mr. Get It Done. He is here with me in the building, and I'm super excited. He got a little mellow tone about him. So let's get into this thing. Tell us about yourself. Just in about 2 words. How would you describe yourself, if you could?
In 2 words?
2 words. Try to do it in 2 words.
Spontaneous.
Okay.
Unpredictable.
Ooh! Spontaneous and unpredictable. So, I'm gonna just jump right in. You signed with Slip and Slide?
Yep.
Okay. How did that come about? Tell me a little bit of your story.
Okay, this gonna be a little long story. I ain't gonna make it too long.
Okay, go ahead.
I like it. My first situation was with Warner Brothers. I got signed going on 7 years ago.
Oh wow.
You know, and that was my first start with my first single, Florida. You know, that was like my breakout single. Mm-hmm. You know, things didn't go as planned. You know, that was, like I said, my first situation, stuff like that. Ended up getting out of that situation scot-free, thank God. Got signed to Atlantic Records a year later. But the crazy thing about that one, I got signed during COVID, during that situation.
Okay.
So a lot of the, the outlets that were supposed to be available to me weren't available. You know, so ended up getting out of that situation scot-free. But the crazy thing about it is Ted Lucas, shout out to Ted Lucas, the owner of Slip and Slide. We crossed paths years prior through who I was signed to at the time, Chris Jones. Shout out to Chris Jones. And they used to do a lot of business with each other. And he ended up, Chris Jones, he had a situation with Atlanta, which I was a part of.
Okay.
And he ended up parting ways. And hollered at Ted, man, I got this order. He from Florida. I think that's what you missing. You know what I'm saying? And then, short story, he was hearing it from one of his A&Rs, Ted. Now, he was hearing it from one of his A&Rs, man, I found this dope artist, his name Tyte, but he ain't know it was the same person that both guys were talking about. So when it came to picture, it was like, oh, this the same, you know what I'm saying? This the same artist that I'm hearing from my boy and my own A&R.
Oh, it was meant to be then.
And so he ended up bringing me down, and we sat down, and man, it been love since the jump, since day one.
So but how long ago did you start, how long ago has it been since you got to hear your music,
I've been doing music all my life, this all I ever wanted to be, I just had somebody, a supporter of mine, the other day that I went to school with, and she was cleaning out her house, and finna move, and she found my CD. Wow. From 6th grade.
So no plan B. Most people got plan A.
I ain't had no plan B.
So it was it's gonna work.
I knew sports. I was too much of a pretty boy. I knew sports wasn't gonna work out.
Yeah, he got some smooth skin, y'all. Now the skin is doing what it's supposed to do.
In the streets, it just I say this all the time. Tallahassee, where I'm from, I moved around a lot growing up. I went to every elementary grade. I was at different school.
Wow.
Every middle school I was at different middle school. High school was the only one that I stuck through. So
wow.
I done lived on all sides of town, grew up with everybody. Just about
everybody know you.
Everybody knew me, so I ain't have to. And plus I ain't have no brothers, I ain't have no sisters. I was on the child both sides. So
oh wow.
Yeah, so it was more so man, that brother, he don't fuck with nobody. That nigga trying to get some money, he be on your business. That is it. You feel me? That was my thing coming up. You feel me? So it was growing up, especially when the music came around. It was a lot easier, especially at that time, me coming in, the popularity and shit like that. It was a lot easier for me to say, man, I'm finna drop a little song. Everybody, at that time, they put the mixtape cover, they profile picture, stuff like that. But I ain't have no plan B. This is it.
Ooh, I love that. I love that for you, for real. So just rap it, sing a little piece, nothing.
Harmonize a little piece. I know I can harmonize a little piece. You know what I'm saying? My country I can do a little sing.
Give me a little something. Little one, two. One, two, real quick. Just real quick.
Just a one, two.
Just give me a little one, two.
Let me see. What's my favorite little R&B song? Give me an R&B song.
Dookie's called Love.
I do.
Love. Hold on. I used to think that and that's it.
I used to think that I
finna go with him if he sang it right. That is it.
Yeah, man,
You was singing
play that R. Kelly, I wish. That's what I need.
Okay, play a little piece for him. R. Kelly, I wish.
When that nigga say that nigga be, ooh, I love that damn record, boy.
That was crazy.
Hey, wait, that's my shit.
We finna turn it off. Was you about ready?
Let's go.
There you go. Yeah.
You ain't a melody.
You can cut it. We don't need to give him no more,
That
baby.
damn melody gonna get you right, boy.
Listen, at this point, he might even need to rap no more. That was it. We did it. Yeah. On the one and two.
I can't sing word shit.
We did our big 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yes.
I can't say word nothing.
That was fun. Okay, check this. So, you moved around a lot. You got a little sly, slick, sneaky, something I'm sensing over here. So, give me a little bit more about your story. Like, because I'm sure, okay, you said you always wanted to be a rapper. But at one point, I'm sure, like, your trajectory, like, how you began is not, like, where you are now. Like, so tell me your story. Like, I know things probably didn't go smooth the whole time. So, yeah, let me give a piece.
Like the early days, being from Tallahassee, Florida, we got family, we got FSU, so I used to leverage that a lot, passing out CDs, flyers, whatever that it was. Like even the local DJs will tell you to this day, I used to sneak in a club,
Just add.
trying to get my song played, and they knew I was young, they knew I wasn't up to par, and up to scale. So I understand now looking back why they ain't shutting it down. Like keep grinding, like. You'll get there someday. Keep grinding, those type of attitudes. But man, it was a lot that I had to go through, as far as from with the hood movement for my little section movement for like outside going to these campuses and stuff. You would get somebody a CD, when you come ready, it's back on the ground. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference from why I say like the constructive criticism from today's time and back then.
You're right.
Because a lot of these boys, they be ready to snap over somebody saying in the comments, man, that whack, you know what I'm saying? Or man, I ain't fucking with that shit. And I be like, bro, just imagine you hand somebody your CD, you don't have a full-blown conversation with them. You think they fucking with you and they rocking with you. And you just gave them that CD, that one CD. You their first person. And you walk down and you come back and that shit on the ground, I can just imagine.
Y'all seen Hustle and Flow. Y'all remember he was in that bathroom and Ludacris, I think. You threw that boy tape or something. That boy was not with it. He was ready.
He wasn't fucking with it.
Yeah, throw that. Yeah, he was ready.
Facts.
Yeah.
So like I said, it's just one of them things where I endured a lot coming into this shit. You know what I'm saying? But I expected it. It wasn't no shit where it was like, man, where it fucked with me on a mindset where it was like, man, I'm stopping. Or I'm you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like, I knew especially back then at that time, my voice was a lot better. Okay. So I was already facing a lot of, like, boy, that lamb boy, little squeaky ass, little, you know what I'm saying, little boy, and I ain't sound nowhere near my sounding now. Oh, wow. The type of beats, the cadence, stuff like that. So I had to groom myself into that. And then on top of that, learning from others and where I fucked up at, like I said, I tell artists all the time, not to get off subject. No, you're good. I tell artists all the time, I wish I was smart enough at the beginning to put out a project, to put out a couple singles. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like stock now. Like I said, I didn't know this was about to turn for what it is. Because when I came in, like how they have TuneCore and DistroKid, where you can upload your music to this and get on Apple Music, shit like that, it wasn't available back then. You had to be signed to be able to get on those type of platforms. The only thing that was available at that time, the spin reel of, my mixtape platform, free stuff type shit. You weren't getting no paper from that, no paper. So it's like, I wish I knew at that time that the game was coming for this. I would have had out a couple of projects. Well, now today, now that I'm on a label or a roster or whatever, that was free. That's free advertising for my old shit. Yeah. So that's continuous money, and I own the masters of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's just 9 days, like I say, it was hard coming in, but I done been around and I done did my diligence and built my face card and did good business with people.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Yes,
thank
for
you.
real.
And I'm a big person on business at the end of the day. You know, my face card is everything. That first impression is everything. You know, so like I said, now when I drop and I do music, it ain't as big of a problem to get shit out the ground.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? They just type what we fuck with you. Let us know what we can do. You know what I'm saying? And it be more so people be like I have, you know, some people in my circle like, man, this shit kind of moving slow, you know, but a lot of this shit be weighing on me. It's just they be weighing on, like, I'm talking about the plugs and the people that's in the shit. They be waiting on my phone call, but it be at the same time, I gotta remember who the, you know what I'm saying? To get around to that shit. But no, but like I said, it's big love. It's been a journey. It's been a big journey.
No,
a long journey.
Okay.
Thank you.
Because like just listening to you, like even looking in your eyes right now, like I can tell, like you ain't give me all the real deal spill, but yeah,
real.
I'm proud of you.
Real.
Right, and even though you didn't know it was gonna get to this point, I'm proud that you stuck with it.
Most definitely.
Like that's a faith.
And it's a lot of times I wanted to quit. You know, like I say, shows and people got to understand. Like I believe that in this new age, they don't show behind the scenes shit.
Ooh, the real stuff.
Like for real. Like I done had big contracts. I done had times where I had to start the fuck over, and you know what I'm saying. And a lot of people try to hide that shit, like that they never fell out.
No.
I had to restart, do free shows again, go tap back in with, you know what I'm saying, and whoop and go back and you know what I'm saying. But that's what it comes down to on your character at the end of the day. Cause like I said, I learned from an OG. The same people you see on the way up, you gotta see the motherfuckers on the way down. So if you keep a good face card on the way up, you do. Big dog, just let me know what you need. It ain't shit change. Just cause I'm here and you down, I'm trying to get you up the hill with me.
That's
we
integrity.
trying to get to the next level.
That's called integrity.
And if I do fall back down and you up, I expect, big dog, come lift me up. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's vice versa on the other end. So like I said, at the end of the day, you do your diligence, you handle your business. Position that I'm in now, it's like, I'm not saying that I can be comfortable, but if worst came to worst, I pick up that phone call and be like, man, I need it. I need y'all to put me back in, you know what I'm saying, get me a route. Alright, let's do this.
Y'all can coach. He coaching. Y'all better listen. I'm telling you now. I'm trying to get some of y'all off this bench and it's starting line up. Listen.
Hey, listen.
Like for real. That's big. And it's good that you had people to where you could, you know, they can kind of guide you or mentor you. Like you said, you had OG or whatever. And so do you feel like that's what's missing in this day and time? Like somebody that's real genuine OG, like let you know, like
the OGs, they trying to be us. You know, and it's at a time, man, it's at a time now. Back then, I feel like growing up, the older era, it was more so we heard some shit and was scared of it. You know, mama say, boy, don't do this. We ain't gonna do it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now, bitch, we gotta see it.
Yeah.
It ain't no like I can tell you this tale and you know what I'm saying, that's gonna happen. No, but we gotta see it now. So like I said, we in different times where like I say with the OGs, I just feel like, man, I feel like they scared of these young niggas. Even at the end of the day, like I see where that may come from as well, cause it's like, man, these young boys ain't got
mindset, yeah.
Man, it's different now. So it's like I said, I feel like we missing a lot of guidance. You know what I'm saying? It's a separation of guidance, cause like I said, we being misled right now. Like I said, we following. I never seen, like I said, to coming days where it at right now. A job was you being lame.
Ooh.
Like,
ooh.
You rather sit your ass at home on the block, around niggas that got money, and talk bad about somebody that got a job and you ain't got $1 in your pocket.
This is why he the philosopher. Y'all listening?
Like, I'm just being real, like I said, but that's just the tricks of the age that we in, the internet, you know what I'm saying, the time now, like, having a job, you working for like, no, it's what you do with that job. It's what you do with the income from that job. Like I said, I don't give a damn if that bitch was paying your ass $100 a week. You was at home at zero.
Ooh. Now
you got to figure out what I need to do with this damn $100
to make more. I know
to
that's
make
right.
more. You know what I'm saying? To make it make sense. And I also feel like the age that we in, everybody feel like she supposed to happen like this. And it's the internet that I feel like you could jump on the internet and you could been seeing somebody yesterday broke as fuck, but they don't went viral. And next day they got, but at the same time, even though they got that, it's not always they got that. It's just for that video.
Right.
It's just for the it don't be what it's projected to be, and you obey, and you got some people that are falling into that trap, and they'll base their journey upon that. Man, I'm supposed to be where they at, or I did the same damn thing. Why the fuck it ain't happen for me? Like, you really got to put time and work in this shit, and that's why I come back to that question before. People don't show the behind the scenes type shit.
Yeah.
Cause that person that you thought that blew up over fucking night,
what the ugly look like?
What they been putting in some, Lord, please.
You hear me?
You feel me? Open the door for me. So that's where it's at with it for sure.
You hear me? Cause I be having my bunny moments and snot, tears, all of that, baby, before I be making the videos and trying to motivate. Yeah, you had them times. Yeah, people definitely need to understand that it's some real. Yeah. That stuff be illusion.
Nah, facts.
So listen, this is what I really wanted to talk to you about.
What that?
All these drinks you be making. Your concoctions, baby. He is the master of the
concoction.
Mixed concoctions. How did you come up with it?
During the pandemic. Sitting my ass on my damn balcony one day, and it really started off with some damn juice in a wine glass, cause the dishes were dirty.
Oh Lord.
So everybody wanna know, like, bro, how did you come around with the glass? Like, when you go back to the early videos, like the one of those when it started going viral, I ain't have all the fruit. It was Kool-Aid and a wine glass, but it was one video in particular where I started talking about like Florida rules, the Florida rules shit. But it started off with a wine glass because all the dishes was, and that was the only glass that I had in there that was clean. I was like, man, fuck that shit. I was doing a video. I was like, man, fuck that shit. I'm finna just have the goddamn wine, but I ain't think nothing of it. And then the comments just started going on. What's in a cup? What's in a cup? What's in a cup? And I just got this idea. Pimp my cup out.
Yeah.
And I just started, I don't know,
that was having everything.
Everything.
I was like, this is genius. He probably didn't even drink all that stuff, but it was genius.
I don't.
Them rules. I was listening to them rules though. They're making stuff. That's hilarious. That was genius though. So we're gonna get into something else. Are you? Are you single?
Nah, I'm taking.
Taking. So what's your ideal date? Like an ideal date, like, okay, just talk about your first date.
I'm simple. Like, I'm super simple. Like, I don't give a damn if we're sitting on the block eating popcorn. Like, I'm simple.
Wow.
I don't, even now that I got a little motion behind my name or whatever, like, I move simply. Like, and I think it's the way that I grew up. Like I say, being the only child and stuff like that. I never had the opportunity to lean on somebody and be like, I want this, I want this. Like, you have a big brother or a big sister, you like, big brother, can you get me?
Wow.
Or can you go? You know what I'm saying? It was like, if mom and them ain't have it, that's the furthest it went.
Wow.
So if they ain't have it, we ain't have it. It was simple as that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't we had somebody in the house, a bigger brother of mine that was hustling, or a sister of mine that went off to college or some shit. You know what I'm saying? We're not saying that's how every household is with siblings, but I'm just saying in my case, I didn't have that, so it was like, mom and them ain't have it. It was that until I got to an age, so I was like, man, mom and them ain't have it. I'm gonna go get it. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, my thinking was, and I always said it as a youngin', I was like, man, I don't give a fuck how much money I get, what, caliber. I say, man, I'm just a country young nigga. Like, I'm stuck in my ways type shit. You know what I'm saying? Even down to the way to the address. Like, I'm just stuck in my ways. Like, I'm cheap too. I'm super
like.
Frugal
with that money. You hear me?
I'm cheap. That's one thing.
Yeah.
Like, Smurf he gave me that name for a reason. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part of how the day to day, when you ask me like what a date is, you know what I'm saying, it feel to me like it could be a candle lit. That could be the romance right there. Like, that's it. Like, I don't triple, you know what I'm saying, upon shit like that. Like, it be whatever with me.
So if your partner is like, I'm gonna say high maintenance, but possibly likes to be wine and dine. You get with the program?
Yeah. Yeah, nah, for sure. To an extent. Yeah,
like,
to an extent. Like, I pump a brake. They recalibrate. They get right. You know what I'm saying? But nah, like, I understand because if I'm a woman, one of people.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So I understand that. But at the end of the day, it's more so, I'm one of the ones, I'm not hard to get along with. I'm not hard to please. I'm not hard to, damn, you don't get it, nigga? Like,
you get it.
Like, I get it. Like,
okay.
instantly. You feel what I'm saying? And I move like that with everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just an easy going ass person. Like, I hate conflict.
Ooh.
Like, I'm the type of person, if my manager will tell you, everybody that's around me, my partners that be around, I hate conflict. That's why I think I never got into the streets as heavy as I did, because it's too much conflict. That argument, like, nigga, we either gonna get some money or we ain't. We either gonna do it together or we ain't. Ho, we fucking or we ain't. It is simple as that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how I always.
Lord, just cut to the chase. You ain't got time for
it. Cut to the chase. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit that my mindset be like. It's simple as that. Like, I don't dwell on shit. Like, we need to come to the conclusion. Like, how we gonna get to the conclusion?
Right.
What's the point of this? But nah, I'm a simple ass person. Super simple.
You ever get compared to any artist? Cause you sound like somebody to me.
Plies.
Yeah.
Plies and Boots I hear all day.
Mm-hmm.
But Plies in general.
Yeah.
A lot.
I definitely hear it. This the Rubber Off song. Lord, I don't even know we want to tell the people all the details on how you came about with this song, because I done heard the lyrics and yeah, it's doing some stuff to the people. Yeah. How that came about? Like,
so it's funny that you bring up Plies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I wrote that song for him.
Wow.
Like, I'm real cool with his role melody.
Wow.
And his DJ too. And his record label, his brother, you know, Big Gates, shout out Big Gates, them. They were, you know, looking at me at a point in time, but Take the Rub Off was a spin-off of Ritz Carlton.
Okay.
It's the same, you know what I'm saying, vibe. It was just the same vibe. But when I did the record initially, it was a reference, like, as in, man, this a record for you. Like, I feel like this would be, you know what I'm saying, some shit that can, a banger for you. You feel what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing that I was looking at the time, like, this is gonna be my song. And I sent it to his manager, and nah, we ain't really fucking with it like that, you know what I'm saying? And I fucked around at that time. That's when I was doing all the drink videos and stuff. So my TikTok was going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I dropped that song on TikTok. Man.
It was meant for you.
Oh my, and Eric, Take the Rub Off. Like, even to this day, like, I get stopped for two things. Bruh, you the Florida Rule nigga. Or a motherfucker walk up to me, pussy so good, take the Rub Off. It's one of the others.
Lord, he making the manager shave and coming in his face. That's how he be acting. He be outside, y'all. Got no sense.
But that's how that record, you know what I'm saying, it came about. It was just a stem off of the Ritz Carlton, but it was more so songwriter mode. Like, that was like my first time actually. Like, I always said to myself, like, man, I feel like I can write records as well. You know what I'm saying? I feel like my pen game good enough I can write. And that was like my first time trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to get something going. And they just went, and I'm still typing.
Since then, I'm like, you still
I don't know for a couple of people.
I know that's right.
People, but like I said, with that record in particular, that's how
it was meant to happen like that.
And that's what I believe.
That was for you.
It was meant for me. It was meant for me. And like I said, a lot of people, like, I hear it a lot. They're like, man, that remind me of the Rick, and that's where it came from.
Wow.
And I rock with big homies, so I never met him, never talked to him, never had a conversation with him, but I rock with big homies so much that a lot of the shit that he talked about was going on in my projects. You know what I'm saying? So I can see the resemblance, but I be telling people, I'm like, man, we just some country. I don't know how it is in Fort Myers or wherever we from, but where I'm from, it's a Hunter I had talked about this.
I went to Fairview.
Here. You feel me? Like, you know what time it is.
I was like, where you from?
It's country up there. You know, it's super country.
Tallahassee, and it was people from like Perry that there?
That's
Country.
That's
That country.
like it sticks and wool, like that's it.
Lord.
You get a Piggly Wiggly, that's about it. Out there in Perry. Shout out to Perry though. I fuck with Perry.
Do Tallahassee got Wawa now? Y'all got Wawas?
We got one coming.
Y'all got, look.
We got one coming.
He ready, yes. Okay.
We got one coming.
Okay. What role would you say your faith played in your process?
That's all I had was faith.
You grew up in church or?
Yeah, my mama, like the Lord knows, like my mama was a praying, my pop too, but my mama was praying on me. And I ain't gonna say I grew up in church, but she tried to get me in there when she can, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, my mom grew up in church heavy though, like heavy. So I feel like I said, this journey, that's all I had with hope. Like I said, I come from nothing. Like I said, like, growing up, like, people that's in my city, they may look at me like, man, that boy, for the ones that knew me, they might say, like, man, he had it good. He had both parents in the house. You know, and I grew up, both my parents, you feel what I'm saying? Both parents in the house. He had the latest tennis shoes, but that was it.
I don't even know.
Like, man, I barely saw my mama kind of growing up. Just doubles. Same thing with my pops. Doubles, whatever they was doing, you know. So it was always, I grew up early, like, 6, 7, 8, grandma high, my uncles, aunties, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, like up until that point. But everything that I grown to have now, it came strictly off the muscle. Like, even my mom and my pops to this day, like, the muscle, you feel what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people may look at it like, man, he grew up with both parents, but man, we were going through the same shit as a household with a single parent, you know what I'm saying? We in a project just like y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, welfare, Section 8, whatever the fuck, like, we, same shit, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, at the end of the day, that's all I had was faith and hope. And still to this day, that's what see me through. Like, that's what I rely on first. I be like, man, I don't care how bad this shit get. I know I'm gonna be able to get on to the other side because I don't been through worse.
Ooh.
I know, and like I said, even when it come down to the hustle of it, because the most of the best hustlers, everybody that dollar kind of wear down after a while. That face card wear down after a while. You ain't a man forever. You know what I'm saying? Come to a point where that young bull wising up, you be like, alright, OG, or alright, big bro, I need some money now. Like, I looked up to you for a while, but now I'm in a position, I got a family that I got to look for, I need some money now. So like I said, in the day, hope, that's all I had, faith and hope, that's all I really had coming into it.
So if you could, child, it is like GMB people up here talking a whole bunch. I'm sorry, I know there's a thing rolling, but it don't me off. That's what it is. I'm thinking about some ass chat. Alright. If you could leave the listeners, the viewers, with a word of advice, what would you say? What would that advice be?
Be you. I think from the gate, like, don't, whatever, especially if you, let me say this, let me clear it up. If you coming into the entertainment business, know who you are before you come into it.
Ooh, say that one more time.
Before you come into the entertainment business, know who you are before you come into it. Because you got people that's in that, I mean, you got to think about it, the key holders, and you got a lot of people, they don't come in there for pennies. To say, I'm going to just get in and get out. Nobody don't have that mentality. I'm coming in to be the biggest in this shit, or whatever the fuck. And you got people that done been in this shit for so, they done seen every trick of the trade, from here to starting with a motherfucker from here. You know what I'm saying? So, you get manipulated, taken advantage of, in every spectrum there is. You feel me? And not even knowing until years later. And you be like, damn, like, that's what was going on. That's why he was so fucking friendly. That's why she was doing all this shit for me. It was something, but that's the business at the end of the day. So before I can tell anybody, before anything, know what you're getting yourself into. But entertainment business in general, know who you are. Be up on your business. Have a lawyer on standby. Pay that extra grip because it's gonna save you in the end. Especially if you're in a situation where you signed to somebody or you did a distribution or whatever that you know, whatever entity that you up under, it may start out gravy at the beginning for you and that company, but that company might get into some shit later on down the road that you don't even know about that's coming ahead or whatever, but you need to have your business taken care of from the get-go just in case shit goes south. I'm taking care of regardless. And I don't think a lot of people understand that it's off the initiative of, and I was one of the ones. Mm-hmm. I'm from the hood. I ain't got no money. This the only way out right now. Like, we got to stop being suckers for an opportunity. Even though that opportunity might open the door, but you could have took that 3 to 4 years. Ooh. Learning about this shit. Ooh. Taking the right route with this shit. Connecting with the right people. And I feel like the sucker part come into we being lazy. And not knowing the information. Because like I said, if I would have knew back then, only thing I had to do was get off my ass. Ooh. And get out here and go seek this information. I would have took that route before going to sign with these folks and putting my career and whatever in somebody else's hands. Wow. And letting them, you do this when I tell you to do this in the third. Like I said, when this day of time, bro, Google, Firefox, Safari, whatever the fuck is that. I don't know, whatever that it is. You feel what I'm saying?
Whatever it is, you
could just, like I said, you could be a person that never known about the entertainment business, know about music. What I need to know about the entertainment business.
And it's gonna come
up. It's as simple as that. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I say, a lot of people, we got to start whatever that we feel like we finna go do or venture into. Educate yourself first. It's just that simple. It's just like going to school or whatever. Educate yourself first. Knowing what you go. Alright, this shit goes south. I'm taking care of. Did I ask them folks for enough fucking money before I say, and then we got to start, we got to hold ourselves accountability as well. We signed them papers. Whatever the fuck, how that shit turned out, at the end of the day, we signed that damn dotted line. Nobody ain't say, motherfucker, you better sign it. I'm kill you. No, you got to go, you sign them papers. So you got to educate yourself, like for sure. And I just feel like that's the biggest advice that I can give anybody, man. Be yourself and educate yourself before you step into something. That's in entertainment. That's just in life in general.
That's in life in general. Like, the boy is dropping some gems, some stuff. So when y'all watch this, y'all get them pens and pads out. Like, seriously, like he's very knowledgeable. Very. Yes, brain power. This is my teacher coming out. I mean, oh, child, I wish she was a student in my class. Listen, I don't want to go. So, can we get a round 2 eventually?
Most definitely. I'm gonna be a rebel on the show.
Oh, yeah.
You better believe it. I'm gonna be a rebel on the show.
I love that for us. Yeah. So, listen, it has been another episode of Candace's Candid Talk. I got my boy Tyte. We finna be real tight after this. Yeah. This was super fun. Y'all lock in. Check him out as well. Y'all should already be used to him by now. Custom, but if you ain't,